Welcome to my channel. Do you want to speak English? Do you want to understand people when they speak English? Do you want to feel good when you talk to someone in English? In this video, I'll tell you how people talk in English. I'll also tell you how you can talk in English too. It's simple, it's possible, and it's fun. Stay with me. Let's start. Chapter 1. Why People Talk in English. My name is David. I'm a student of English, and I live in Spain. I want to learn English because I want to speak to people from other countries. I want to understand them. I want to talk to them. I want to travel, work, and live in a world where I can speak to many people. English can help me do that. My English isn't good now. I only know some words. I can say hello, thank you, and ask for water. I want to have conversations, understand people when they speak fast, watch films in English, read books in English, and even think in English. One day, I decide to join a language school in my town. I go to the school and meet my teacher. Her name is Sarah, and she's from England. She smiles a lot. She's kind, and she speaks slowly. She wants to help us. There are 5 other students in my class. They're from Italy, Poland, Brazil, China, and Turkey. We all want to learn English. On the first day, our teacher says something very interesting. English is not just a language. English is a bridge. English connects people. I like this sentence, so I write it in my notebook. Then she asks us, "Why do you want to learn English?" A girl from Brazil says, "I want to travel to the United States." A man from Turkey says, "I want to get a job in an international company." A woman from China says, "I want to watch English movies and understand them." I say, "I want to speak with people from other countries." The teacher says, "These are all good reasons. English is a global language. People speak English in many places. At the airport, in hotels, on the internet, in meetings, at conferences, in schools, in shops, on TV. English is everywhere." She's right. I see English signs at the airport, hear English at the hotel, and see English words on websites. Even my phone is in English. English is part of my life, even before I learn it well. The teacher tells us, in this class, we won't study hard grammar or memorize long lists. We'll speak, listen, play games, ask questions, and answer them. This is how people learn English. I feel happy. I don't like long grammar lessons. I want to speak. I want to use English now. We play a game. It's very simple. We sit in a circle, say our names, and where we're from. Then we ask a question. What's your favorite food? What do you do on weekends? Do you like music? These are easy questions, but they help me speak. I learn new words, listen to the other students, and start to understand more. After the class, I go to a cafe near the school. I hear 2 people speaking English. They're tourists. They ask the waiter for coffee, speaking slowly. I understand some words. I listen, I smile, and I feel happy. I can understand a little English in real life. That evening, I watch a travel video on YouTube. The man speaks in English. I understand some words, not everything, but I feel good. I'm learning, The next day, I go to class again. I speak more, and I'm not afraid. I make mistakes, but it's okay. The teacher says, when you make a mistake, you learn. Don't worry. We speak about travel, jobs, and hobbies. I speak slowly, but I speak. I use English, and I feel proud. My teacher tells us one more thing. When people talk in English, they talk to the world. English helps you meet new people, understand new ideas, and opens new doors. It helps you grow. I think about this, and I feel something strong. I want to grow. I want to open new doors. I want to talk to the world. When the class ends, I walk home. I see a man with a backpack. He looks lost. I say, "Do you need help?" He says, "Yes, thank you." "I'm looking for the train station." I tell him the way. We speak for 2 minutes. He's from Canada, and he says, "Thank you." I smile. I feel great. I used English to help someone. That night I write in my notebook. English is not just a subject. English is a key. It opens doors to the world and helps me connect with people. Now I know I don't study English only for school. I study English for life. When you learn English, you learn to connect with the world. Chapter 2. How to Learn Words. It's Tuesday. I go to school again, happy to be in class. I like my teacher and my classmates. Every lesson is new, simple, and helps me speak English better. Today, one girl in class asks a question. Her name is Anna, and she's from Poland. She says, "I want to learn more words. What's the best way to learn new English words?" Our teacher smiles and says, "That's a good question. Many students want to know the answer. Today, I'll tell you." She walks to the board and writes one word. Reading. Then she says, "Reading is the best way to learn words. When you read, you see the same words again and again. You see how people use them in real sentences. You learn fast." I think about it. I like reading, but I only read in Spanish. I've never tried to read a full story in English. Maybe now is the time. Our teacher continues, "If you want to learn words fast, read every day. Read for 30 minutes, that's all. Just 30 minutes a day can help you learn many new words." I raise my hand and ask, "What can I read? The books are difficult for me." The teacher says, "You must choose a book that's easy. You should know most of the words. If you know 95% of the words, then the book is good for you. You'll enjoy it, understand it, and learn the rest of the words very fast." Then she tells us a secret. When you see a new word, don't stop. Don't try to remember it. Don't write it. Just look it up in a dictionary and continue reading. She explains, when you read the same word many times in many places, your brain will remember it. You don't need to work hard. You only need to read more. This is very different from my school in Spain. There, we had to write long lists of words, study them, and remember them for the test. But I forgot many words after the test. I never used them. Maybe this new way is better. The teacher gives us a short story about a girl who travels to a big city. The story is simple and the words are easy. I start to read it, and understand most of it. I see one new word: station. I don't know what it means, so I look in my dictionary. It means a place for trains or buses. I continue reading and see the word again. Now I remember it. It's easy. At the end of the story, I feel good. I understand the story and learn 5 new words. I don't write them or study them, but I know them now. After the lesson, I go to the library and ask the librarian if there are more easy books. She shows me a small section. I take 2 books. One is a story, and the other is about famous places in London. I like them both. That afternoon, I go to the job center to find a job. I enter the building, and there's a woman at the front desk. She says, "Hello, how can I help you?" I say, "I want to find a job. I'm a student. I can work in the afternoon." She asks me some questions, and I understand her. I answer her. She tells me about 2 jobs, one in a cafe and one in a hotel. She gives me the details, and I read them. I understand most of the words. This is a big moment for me. 1 week ago, I couldn't do this. Now I can speak, listen, read, and understand. Reading helped me. I see the words I read in the story, and now I use them in real life. This makes me happy. I feel proud. I take the cafe job. I'll start on Thursday, work 3 days a week, speak English there, and learn more. In the evening, I read the 2nd book. I enjoy it and don't stop at every new word. I just enjoy the story, understanding the meaning from the pictures and sentences. I remember what my teacher said. You don't need to study every word. You only need to read. I say this again and again in my head. Read 30 minutes a day. Read something you like. Don't stop. Don't write words. Just enjoy. I write 1 sentence in my notebook. When I read, I learn words. When I learn words, I understand people. When I understand people, I can speak. This is true. I believe it. If you want to learn words in English, read something every day. It will help you more than any long list. It will help you feel good. It will help you speak. Chapter 3. How to Learn Pronunciation. It's Wednesday, and I go to school again. I'm always happy to go to class. Every day I learn something new. Speak more, understand more, and feel better. Today, something different happens. One student, June, from South Korea, is very quiet. He doesn't speak much, but listens a lot. He's shy. Our teacher smiles at him and says, "June, do you have a question today?" He looks down, then up, and says, "Yes, I want to speak better. I want to speak like you. My pronunciation isn't good. I know the words, but people don't understand me." The class is quiet. We all listen. I understand June. I feel the same sometimes. When people ask me to repeat something, it makes me feel sad. The teacher says, "That's a very good question, June." Many students have this problem. You're not alone. She walks to the board and writes 1 word: shadowing. She says, "Shadowing is a great way to improve your pronunciation. It's simple. You listen to a native speaker and repeat everything they say, right after you hear it. It's like a shadow. You follow the voice. I've never heard this word before, but it sounds interesting. She explains more. When you speak a language, your mouth needs to move in a new way. Your tongue, lips, and jaw need to work together, but they're used to your first language. That's why English sounds are hard. Shadowing helps you train your mouth. She opens her laptop, goes to YouTube, and finds a video of a man speaking slow, clear English. She plays one sentence. Good morning. I am very happy to be here. She pauses the video and says, now say it with him. Listen, then speak. We all repeat, good morning. I am very happy to be here. We do it again, slowly, trying to say every word the same way. I feel funny at first. I've never spoken like this before, but then I like it. I enjoy it. The teacher says, don't worry if your voice is different. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to speak clearly. The more you shadow, the better you sound. We shadow another sentence. Today is a beautiful day. We say it again and again, together. I feel good. My mouth is learning something new. I can feel my tongue moving in a new way. June speaks now, too. He sounds better and smiles. We all clap. Then the teacher says, you can do shadowing at home. Choose a short video, listen, and speak with it. 10 minutes a day is enough. I write this in my notebook. Shadow every day. Listen and speak. My mouth is learning. After school, I go to the reception desk and ask the lady, are there any sports I can play here? She says, yes, we have a football team. There's practice today at 5 hours. Do you want to join? I say, yes, I love football. At 5, I go to the football field. There are many students from different countries: Japan, Brazil, Russia, Spain, and Italy. We all speak English. It's not perfect, but it works. We talk before the game saying, pass the ball, nice shot, good job. These are short phrases, but they help. I speak more, listen more, and try to use good pronunciation. After the game, we sit together, talk about football and school, and laugh. I feel happy and make new friends. I remember what the teacher said. Speak every day. Listen every day. Shadow when you can. At home, I open my phone, find a short video, and try shadowing again. I listen, speak, listen, speak. My mouth is learning, and I understand. Pronunciation isn't about being perfect. It's about practice, speaking, listening, and enjoying the process. I write one sentence in my notebook. If you want to speak well, speak every day. Shadow the sounds. Enjoy the journey. When you want better pronunciation, be like a shadow. Follow the voice. Repeat the words. One day, your English will sound better and better. Chapter 4. How to Learn Grammar. It's Thursday morning, and I wake up early, excited. It's my first day at work, and I have class in the morning. I eat breakfast, take the bus to school, sit in my chair, open my notebook, and wait for the lesson to start. Our teacher comes in, smiles, and says, "Good morning, everyone." Then she asks, "Do you have any questions today?" One student, Luca from Italy, raises his hand and says, "Sometimes I want to speak, but I stop. I think about grammar and worry if I use the correct tense. I don't want to make a mistake. What should I do?" I listen carefully. This is a good question. I feel the same sometimes. I want to speak but worry about sounding wrong. The teacher says, "This is a very important question. Let me tell you something. There are two kinds of students. One kind wants to speak English. The other wants to pass an English exam." She writes two words on the board: speaking and exam. She points to the first word and says, "If you want to speak English, you don't need to study grammar books or remember all the rules. You can learn grammar naturally by reading and listening. This is how children learn their first language and how many people learn English today." Then she points to the second word. "If you want to pass an exam, yes, you must study grammar rules, practice them, and do exercises. This is important for tests, but if your goal is to speak, there's a better way." I feel happy. I want to speak, not pass an exam. I don't like grammar books, and now I know I don't need them. The teacher continues, "When you read, you see grammar in real sentences, not just rules. You see how grammar works and learn it with your eyes. When you speak, you use the grammar you see without thinking about it. It becomes natural." She tells us about a website, writing on the board www.grammarinlevels.com. She says, "This website is for English learners." It shows grammar in 3 levels. Each level has short texts. You can read them, see the grammar rules, and see many examples. After class, I go to the library, open my laptop, and visit the website. It's simple. I see a rule about past tense, read it, and then see 5 short stories that use the past tense. It's clear and easy to understand. I read them one by one. I like this way of learning grammar. In the afternoon, I go to my new job at a small cafe in the city center. The manager is friendly and shows me how to take orders and make simple drinks. She says, "You can speak to the customers. They're nice." My first customer says, "Can I have a coffee, please?" I say, "Yes, of course. Would you like milk?" He says, "Yes, just a little." I smile. I feel good. I use correct grammar without thinking about it. I just speak. Later, a woman says, "Is the cake fresh?" I say, "Yes, it's fresh. We made it this morning." She smiles and I feel proud. I make a small grammar mistake, but she understands, and I understand her. That's the goal. After work, I walk home, thinking about my day. I spoke English with real people without thinking about rules or opening a grammar book, but I used good grammar. This is amazing. At home, I read one more story from the website. It uses future tense. I see how the sentences work and how the words go together. I don't study, I just read, but I learn. Grammar isn't scary now. It's part of the language, like water in a river. It moves with the words and helps the sentence flow. But I don't have to control the river. I only have to swim in it. I write in my notebook. I can speak well without studying grammar. If you want to speak English, Don't worry too much about grammar. Read more, listen more, speak more. Grammar will come to you. Live in your sentences and grow with you. That night, I sleep well. I'm not afraid of grammar anymore. Chapter 5. How to Listen and Understand. It's Friday morning. I go to school feeling tired but happy. I worked yesterday at the cafe, spoke English, understood the customers, and made some small mistakes. But it was a good day. In class, our teacher says, "Today, we'll talk about listening." One student, Sophia from Brazil, says, "I watch English movies, but I don't understand much. People speak too fast. What can I do?" The teacher smiles and says, "Good question. Listening is hard at the beginning, but I'll tell you a method that really works." She writes on the board, "Listen every day." Then she says, "You must listen to English every day, just like you brush your teeth or eat food. If you want to understand English better, listen every day." She writes another sentence. "Listen to easy audio." She explains, "If the audio is too fast or too hard, you won't understand. You'll feel tired and stop. Choose something easy, something you enjoy. When you enjoy the audio, you'll want to listen more." Another student asks, "How many times should we listen?" The teacher says, "That's the secret. Listen to the same audio many times. Not just once, not just twice, maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times, maybe more." When you listen again and again, your brain starts to understand the sounds. You hear the words clearly, and your ears get better. She takes her phone and plays a short audio, a story in slow English. A man says, "My name is David. I live in London. I work in a bank." We all listen. The teacher says, "Now, listen again." We listen again, and she asks, "Did you hear something new this time?" Some students nod and smile. One says, "Yes, I didn't hear 'I work in a bank' the first time, but now I hear it." The teacher says, "This is why you listen many times. Your brain is learning. You don't even know it, but it learns." She shows us how to use subtitles, playing a video with English subtitles. She says, "You can use subtitles at the beginning. First, watch with subtitles, then watch again without subtitles, then try to speak with the video. Try shadowing." I like this method. It's clear and simple. I decide to try it after class. In the afternoon, I go to work, clean tables, and help prepare drinks. One man comes to the counter and says, "Hi, can I get a hot chocolate and a muffin, please?" I understand him. I don't ask "sorry" or look confused. I smile and say, "Yes, of course. Anything else?" He says, "No, that's all." I give him the muffin, make the hot chocolate, and say, "Here you go. That's $3.50. He gives me the money and says, "Thank you very much." I say, "You're welcome. Have a nice day." This is a real conversation. I understand everything and feel excited. 1 week ago, I didn't understand much. Now I understand full sentences. I tell my teacher the next day, and she smiles, saying, "That's what happens when you listen every day." That night, I go home, open my laptop, and search for easy English news. I find a 2-minute video, watch it with subtitles, and understand 70%. I watch again and understand more. I watch it 3 more times and understand almost all. I try to speak with the video, saying the words with the speaker. This is shadowing and listening together. It's fun. I write in my notebook. Listen to easy English every day. Listen again and again. Use subtitles. Speak with the video. You'll understand more. The next day, I hear 2 people speaking English on the bus about the weather. I listen and understand most of it. I feel good. Listening is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. In the beginning, it's difficult, but if you listen every day, you'll get better. Now, I listen to English in the morning, on the bus, and before bed. I don't understand everything, but I understand more every day. If you want to understand English, don't stop after one listen. Choose something easy. Listen many times and enjoy it. Your ears will learn, your brain will help you, and one day you'll understand real people in real life. Chapter 6. How to Speak Confidently. It's Monday morning, and I feel excited. I go to school with a big smile. I enjoy every lesson now. I learn something new every day, understand more, read stories, and listen to English news. But now, I want to do one more thing. Speak better. In class, our teacher says, "This week, we'll focus on speaking." Many students are afraid to speak. They think their English isn't good. But don't be afraid. Speaking is very important. You can speak even if it's not perfect. Mistakes are okay. Then she says something very nice. If you want to speak English, you must open your mouth. Don't wait to be perfect. Speak now. Speak today. Speak with simple words. We all laugh, but I remember these words and write them in my notebook. Speak now. Don't wait to be perfect. The teacher gives us a new activity, putting us in pairs. We ask questions like, what do you do in your free time? Do you like coffee or tea? What's your favorite movie? These are simple questions, but they help us speak. We smile, laugh, and feel better. One girl from Turkey says to me, "Your English is very clear." I say, "Thank you." I listen and read a lot. I try to speak every day. The teacher also shows us a speaking game called 20 Questions. One person thinks of a word, and the others ask yes or no questions to guess it. It's fun. I enjoy speaking and laugh a lot with my classmates. After class, the teacher gives one more tip. If you're alone, you can still practice. Go home and speak in front of a mirror. Look at yourself and say simple sentences. What you did today. What you want to do tomorrow. When you speak to the mirror, you build confidence. That night, I go home, go to the bathroom, and look in the mirror. I say, "Hello, my name is David. I live in Spain. I go to school. I learn English. I work in a cafe. I like football. I have friends." I smile at myself and laugh a little, but I feel good. I speak, hear my voice, and speak more. In the cafe, I speak more too. When a customer says, "Thank you," I say, "You're welcome." When someone says, "This cake is delicious," I say, "I'm happy you like it." These are short sentences, but they're real and useful. People understand, and that makes me happy. One day at school, a new student joins our class from Thailand. He's very quiet and doesn't speak much. I see myself in him. I know this feeling. I sit next to him and say, "Hi, my name is David. I'm from Spain. What's your name?" He says, "My name is Ben." I say, "Nice to meet you, Ben. Do you like London?" He says, "Yes, it's good." I smile, ask more questions, and he speaks a little more, feeling more relaxed. I feel proud. I speak to him in simple English, helping him feel welcome and better. After class, the teacher says to me, "You helped Ben today. That was very kind." I say, "Thank you. I remember when I was new and shy too. Now I feel better, and I want to help others." That night, I speak to the mirror again. Today, I helped a student. I spoke with confidence. I feel proud. Then I smile at myself. Speaking is like a muscle. When you use it, it becomes strong. If you speak every day, even a little, you'll feel better and more confident. Speak with friends, at work, or in the mirror. Use easy sentences and don't worry about mistakes. They're part of learning. Now I speak every day, ask questions, answer questions, and use new words. I feel good when I speak. I write in my notebook, to speak well, speak often. Speak with joy. Speak without fear. Chapter 7. How to Think in English. It's Tuesday morning, and I wake up early, feeling calm and good. I remember my dream. In it, I spoke English. It was a short dream. I spoke with a woman at the cafe. She asked me something, and I answered in English. I don't remember all the words, but it was all in English. I didn't translate or think in Spanish. This is the first time. I feel surprised and proud. At school, our teacher says, "Today, we'll speak about something very powerful. Not speaking, not listening, but something inside your head. Today, we'll speak about thinking in English." She looks at the class and says, "Do you still think in your native language? Do you still translate every word in your head?" We all nod. Some students say, "Yes, I still translate." I raise my hand and say, "But today, I dreamt in English." The teacher smiles and says, "That's a great sign. When you dream in English, your brain is starting to think in English. It's a big step." Then she explains, "Fluent speakers don't translate. They think in English. That's why they speak fast and don't stop to translate every word." She continues, "You can also think in English, but it takes practice. Try small activities every day. Start with one word, then move to one sentence, then more." She writes some ideas on the board. Talk to yourself in English. Describe things you see. Plan your day in English. Ask yourself small questions in English. She says, when you wake up, think, "What will I do today?" Say it in English. I'll go to school. I'll eat lunch. I'll meet my friend. Don't say it in your language. Say it in English. I like this idea. It feels simple, and I want to try it. Later that day, I walk to my job at the cafe and try to describe things around me in English. I say in my head, the sky is blue. The trees are green. That man is reading a newspaper. I don't say it out loud. I just think it, using only English. At work, I try one more thing. When I clean the tables, I talk to myself in my mind. Now I take the plate. Now I clean the table. Now I smile at the customer. It feels strange at first, but soon it feels natural. The teacher also gives us a small game. Choose one item in your room. Every night, look at it and speak about it in English. For example, look at your phone and say, "This is my phone. I use it every day. I call my family with it." Just speak 3 or 4 sentences. It will help your brain think in English. Before bed, I look at my shoes and say, "These are my shoes. They're black. I wear them to school. They're very comfortable." I smile. I feel like a real English speaker. After a few days, I notice something. When I think about time, I say Monday and not loons. When I think about lunch, I say sandwich and not bocadillo. My brain starts using English words first. I don't plan it. It just happens. Then, one day, something big happens again. I meet a student from Italy at school. He asks, "Do you speak Spanish?" I say, "Yes." But then I think, wait, I don't want to speak Spanish. I want to speak English. So, we speak English. Both of us are learners, but we speak well, using simple words. We understand each other, and I feel proud again. In the evening, I go to my room and think about the day in English. Today was good. I spoke English all day. I helped customers. I learned a new word. I listened to a podcast, and I didn't translate. Not even once. I feel my brain is changing. I'm not just studying English. I'm becoming a person who lives in English. I write in my notebook. Think in English, speak in English, live in English. Now, every day, I do small things. Think about food in English, plan my week in English, ask myself simple questions like, what time is it? What do I need to do today? What did I do yesterday? And I answer them in English. When you think in English, speaking becomes easy, listening becomes fast, and English becomes part of you, your friend. Thinking in English is hard at first, but with practice, it becomes natural. When you start to dream in English, you know your mind is ready. If you want to think in English, begin now. Start small, use simple words, and use your English brain every day. Soon, you won't need to translate. You'll think like a real English speaker. Chapter 8. How to Keep Going. It's the last day of school. The weather is warm, the sky is blue, and I walk to school thinking about my first day here. I was nervous, couldn't speak much, and was afraid to say something wrong. Now, everything feels different. I can speak, listen, understand, and think in English. I feel good. In the classroom, our teacher smiles and says, "Today is your last day here, but it's not the end. It's only the beginning. Learning English is a journey that doesn't stop. You can continue and improve every day." She says something that stays in my heart. Don't stop learning when the class ends. Use English in your life, not just in the classroom. We talk about ideas for learning after school. The teacher gives many tips. Read one story every day. Listen to English podcasts. Write a diary in English. Talk to friends online. Use English on social media. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. Every mistake helps you grow. She looks at us and says, "You don't need to be perfect. You only need to keep going." After class, we take a photo and say goodbye. I feel a little sad but also strong. I'm ready and want to continue. That evening, I go home, sit down, and open a book in English. A simple story. I read one chapter and understand almost everything. I feel proud. Then I write in my diary, "Today is my last day of school, but it's not the end. I'll continue. I'll read, speak, and think in English every day. Every morning, I make a new habit. Read one story in English. Watch one video in English. Write one small note in English. And speak one sentence in the mirror." These are small things, but they help me every day. At work, I speak with many people, customers, and help them. Sometimes I don't know a word, but I don't stop. I ask, "Can you say it again, please?" Or, "I don't know this word. Can you explain?" People are kind, help me, and I learn from them. One day, a new student from Brazil comes to work at the cafe. He's shy and learning English too. I help him, show him the kitchen, and explain everything slowly. I say, "I was like you. I didn't know many words, but I learned, and you can too." He smiles, and we speak English together, laugh, and practice new words. I feel like a teacher. I like it. Sometimes I make mistakes, say the wrong word or forget something, but I don't stop. I keep going, learn, smile, and say, "Next time I'll say it better." I also join an English group online. We meet once a week on video. People from many countries talk about music, food, travel, and life. I meet a friend from Japan, and we send each other voice messages in English, helping each other. One day, I speak with someone from Canada. He says, "Your English is very good. Are you a student?" I say, "I was. Now I'm learning every day by myself." He says, "That's the best way." I know he's right. Learning every day, little by little, is the best way. I write a message to my old teacher. "Thank you for everything. I still learn English every day. I read, listen, speak, and even dream in English. You helped me believe in myself." She writes back, "I'm proud of you." That night, I sit with a cup of tea and think about my journey. The first day, listening to people on the train and not understanding, getting my first job, speaking in front of the class, and dreaming in English. Now I know English isn't just a language, It's part of my life. I write in my notebook. I'm not a beginner now. I'm an English speaker and I'll keep going. So if you're learning English, don't stop. Read one page, listen to one story, speak one sentence, think in English, and help someone else. Make a small step every day. Your English will grow. You'll feel stronger. And one day, you'll say, English isn't just what I learn. It's what I live. Thank you for watching. Now you know how people talk in English and how you can talk in English too. It's simple, fun, and possible. Use English every day. Read, listen, speak, think, and never stop learning. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll share more easy lessons like this. See you in the next video. Bye.